You're thinking of taking them back after they cheated because they're convincing you that they made a mistake? Was it a mistake when they were planning it? Was it a mistake when they were doing it? Was it a mistake when they thought they were getting away with it? No, it wasn't a mistake until they got caught and they realized they might be cheating themselves out of a bomb-ass human like you. So now all of a sudden it's a mistake. It's not like they were drunk as shit in a bar, saw someone they thought was you and said, "Oh, honey, what are you doing here?" And then stumbled into the back of a pickup or a no-tell motel, then woke up to realize what they did. No, that's not what happened. They planned it. They executed it. Cheaters have zero morals and even less integrity. They are impulsive, they are insecure, and they need instant gratification. Taking them back will cost you, because the only thing they're going to get better at is cheating on you.
Let's just keep it a buck here. This is just a sad attempt to try to go ahead and sell propaganda to women so you can get more subscribers. They can buy into this nonsense because you know they're gullible, and at the same time siphon simps by showing off cleavage, trying to appear younger and more attractive than you really are, because we know this woman. We've done videos on her before, but of course she wants to accentuate her looks so she can try to get more guys to siphon attention and validation off of. But to be honest, she's really talking about a subsection of men that actually have the ability to go out there and be with multiple women that actually find them attractive. Most men ain't getting nothing. So that's what she's talking about. She's talking about guys that are typically out of these women's league that they're complaining about, and they don't understand the rules and the territory that men typically, when they have sex with other women, they can still love you. But if you have sex with another man, you can't still love your man that you were with previously the same way. It's just not the same. So women like this, they just want to peddle this propaganda because they think they're the same, so they're confused, and it's a cause for disaster, and you're never going to be like us.
Women don't care. That's when men care the most. Why? Because it's like you blew them off. You rejected them. You feel like you can do better. This guy's been, interested in you, but you can take him or leave him. Men's ego is going to kick right on in and try to pursue you just to say that they could get you, right? Meantime, that's exactly what you want. Why? Because if they get you too quick and they get you emotionally wrapped around their finger, then where is the challenge? He already won. He has all the power, and all you have is a bundle of feelings getting ready to be stomped on. Okay? So what I'm telling you guys is some of you ladies are too nice. Some of y'all, oh, I just want, the fairy tale. I just want to be loved. I just want to feel a connection. Okay, great. Save that for when you're married with a ring and a marriage license and all that. Don't give this to people who haven't even asked you to be their girlfriend. Don't give that to people who are not intending to marry you. Don't give that to people who don't want you to have their last name. Don't do that. Why? Because what have they given you? Nothing. The same thing that you've given them, some time. Okay? You need more than that. So a lot of ladies, stop it. Sometimes, when people hear your situation from a distance and, from a different perspective, they just want to slap you. Like, why are you crying? Like, why do you care? Like, why does it bother you? Is he going to marry you? Do you have a ring? Then why are you investing so much into this man? He hasn't invested anything back into you. You're the dumb one, okay? You're the one that needs to change. A lot of women realize too late that they were wrong. Men don't need to change. They have all the power because you're super emotional. Take that emotion out and you will have all the power. Okay?
This advice would actually be helpful to modern women like 15, 20 years ago, when guys were really like simping and it was like a normal thing and it wasn't called out, or it was really like under the microscope like it is nowadays. So it's very outdated. Nowadays, if a woman acts like she doesn't need a man, or acts the way that she just said in that manner, guys are just not even going to deal with it. Most guys aren't even going to talk to these women that you're talking about. That's the thing. She was actually able to get a simp like James to actually take her serious. All she had to find was a provider, some guy that, had a pension, had some companies and businesses that he was still running, had some other things coming on the side so she could be set for life and live in a house. But a lot of women aren't going to get that. And that's the false hope narrative that keeps being sold by this woman every single time. So this may have worked 10, 20 years ago, this advice, but it's not working on men nowadays.
I'm so done with guys.
And why would that be?
So he asked me what's wrong, and I said, I'm fine. You wanna know what he said?
I would be willing to bet I already know the answer to that question, as most likely does everyone else.
He said, okay, good.
Who here is surprised that he said that?
What do you mean, okay, good? What part of I'm fine means that I'm fine? What's wrong with these people?
Please take the following into consideration. 99 times out of 100, if a guy is told by a woman that she's doing fine, he's going to believe her. Or else he's going to assume that she doesn't want to talk about it, since she said she was doing fine. Why press the issue? Guys tend to take things at face value. If you wanted him to ask about how you were feeling, or argue with you that you're not doing fine, just be honest. Tell him you're not doing well. Don't play games. Don't expect him to be a mind reader. Just tell him what you're actually feeling. It's not really that hard to figure out.
Per usual, shout out to Lady J. Not only what she said, but I want to have my own little adage. Women like this, that turn out like this and play these games, and, you know, she's still young. You know what I'm saying? She's a young woman, but I'm just saying, it just goes to show you their upbringing. 9 times out of 10, the dad was probably weak. He never put his foot down on her and say, no, you can't be acting like this. She was probably spoiled coming up, got everything that she wants. That's why she acts this way, even as a young adult. It's crazy, but girls like this, they wonder why, you know, if they continue this behavior throughout, 18 to 24, 25 into their 30s, they're just going to rack up a whole bunch of bodies like the graveyard. Dudes are always just going to pump and dump them. But they don't understand that. They want men to just read their minds, but we're not mind readers. And that's the thing. Like, in the past, maybe guys tried that with you and maybe they got it right a couple times, but men just aren't going to try that hard. Again, shout out to Lady J, man. Like, these modern women are cooked.
Get up! You embarrassing yourself and you got folks looking at us. We already talked about this. I do not want to marry you.
We talked about it about a year ago.
Let's go. I'm not finna do this with you and you got these folks looking at us like this. Get out my face. Stop! I do not want to marry you. You cut hair in your mama's kitchen. Get out my face.
That doesn't mean that that's a hustle that I have.
No, stop! I do not want to marry you. You come doing this in Red Lobster.
This is your favorite restaurant, ain't it?
Shut up! No! Leave me alone! You got these folks following us! Stop! We talking about this. This is your fault.
But
you
you
was in there
the rest
looking
of your life
stupid.
together.
We talked about this. I do not want to marry you. You don't got no money to do nothing for me.
How you know that? This is supposed to be a partnership.
Because for 4 years I've been carrying you. For
this
4
how it
years
is.
I've been carrying. Yes, yes.
For your love.
You don't care enough to do better.
That
That's
I don't
why.
care. I'm out here proposing to you.
I can't do this. You need to stop. I've been seeing somebody else anyway. How about that? That's why. You want to know why? That's why.
You know what?
I still don't get to this day why dudes still are trying to propose, marry, take serious for anything long term. These ungrateful women, they take them on dates, they try to treat them chivalrously, and they don't get any reciprocation. This is the biggest, fattest form of disrespect that you can ever receive. And the guy brought the cameras out. If you're wondering why is it being recording, she said that he brought all these people out here and he's looking crazy, meaning he wanted to get it on film. It probably was one of his friends or somebody he hired, but it's just like, I don't understand, man. Get your passport. You're still young. Stop dealing with Western women. They're ungrateful. Go overseas and go get your wife or go get your woman you want to propose to. I'm telling you, guys, this has to blow up bigger than it has, man. We have to get more guys on board. I'm just tired of seeing this. I got to get more guys on board, man, to know that there's other options out there. Keep spreading the message, guys. I'm going to keep doing the same thing.
I'm in Colombia sipping coladas. Bad chick wearing my Pradas, taking her shoes off right at the door. She asking me to pass her the ganja. Wayne in Kingston, naturally feminine after we smoke. I got a leak, can't pack it to Jimmy, won't go off the deep. And after I hit it, she cooking and cleaning. Like damn, this right here, it feel right. Everything.